So we're here at the Yacht Haven. We're talking to Shane Guanaria a few hours after finishing the Channel race. Shane, that was a pretty good result, given you had a fair bit to deal with on the course there, I gather.
Yeah, it was one hell of a way to kick off the event. We had everything from a bit of a light weather drifting start and into some full blown, pretty hard reaching and running conditions towards the end there. Yeah.
And then in the middle of that, a little bit of boat mending, sort of D3s and things on the way upwind.
Yeah, it was sort of like a shakedown sail, but in race format, where we got towards the first mark, or the first windward mark, if you call it that, back off the east end of the Isle of Wight. And tacked on the starboard, and instead of a D2, we had a D3 coming loose this time. So, up the rig went and Lindsay. I see more of them up the rig than down on the deck these days, but got that under control. But we sort of had to, sit there and do the dead possum for a while with sails flapping and get that under control. And we had a few other little issues along the way as well. That started to unwind itself again, and had to send him up again a couple of hours later to wind it up. But other than that,
and then obviously had a good run from Le Havre.
Yeah. So we had a fantastic start. I've seen some photos and videos sent to me where
we saw you guys. You were leading the entire fleet. In fact, you were in front of two mod 70s.
You know what? Like you asked me a while ago about what it's like getting someone of Chris Nicholson's calibre on board, and from 3 minutes out, he owned that pin. He knew what he wanted. He knew his time. He knew where he wanted to be.
Cracking start. Yeah.
And there wasn't another boat in the fleet that had the option of getting there because of where he placed the boat for a full 3 minutes out. It was very impressive stuff, and our boat was quite nice, quite slippery through the water in that light medium air coming out of there. We got on the wrong side of the final shift, which is always the wrong one to miss. And we got rolled. Even the first mark, even some of the 40-footers beat us out there in the end, which was pretty disappointing. But we started doing our thing upwind and chomped through the fleet. And kept pushing all night. Through the night, the trimmers worked really hard. Kept retrimming sails and resetting up the rig, and we picked off our competition. The boats that rayed around us, we caught them, passed them, got our time back on them, and took off after the leaders. And we pipped. I think final in the end by just a couple of seconds, but we did lose fifth by a second as well. So
fifth by a second. So sixth in AC1.
Yeah,
and then Sean fifth on AC2. So that's a very solid result, I think, isn't it?
I think he might be a six now. I think one of the JPKs might have snuck in there. But great start for both boats. The reality is, the boats haven't been through their paces. I'd like to think that that's our warm up. And if you think about the amount of time we spent not sailing the boat at 95%, the result on paper could have been a hell of a lot better. But at the end of the day, we got round. We finished. We posted a respectable result. Gordon's ecstatic with it after everything we've gone through. I'm sure there's a fair few people out here expecting us, to not even make the start or let alone finish that race. So.
And nice to have Tom Addis out of retirement. Doing a great job as always.
Oh, he's incredible.
The legend.
Somehow throughout his retirement, he's managed to stay completely up to date. He still talks a language none of us can understand. But he's just onto it. I don't think he slept a wink the whole race.
Really?
I think everyone else got a little bit of shut eye, and Tom was just on it the whole time and staring at a screen. I don't know how he does it. It's crazy. It's incredible. He really didn't put a foot wrong there. The ley lines were spot on from several miles out. The expected shifts and the timings, he was all over it. So,
fantastic. So really big confidence builder having him and Nico together, particularly. That combo must be very strong for you.
Oh yeah, and for myself and the rest of the regular guys, it's just such a privilege to be able to go and sail with guys of that calibre as well, and in such an iconic event too. It's certainly going to be a memorable week for us. So,
cool.
Race one done.
Day or two to get ready for the inshores. Fair bit more work to do?
Yeah, so we just spent 5 hours after we docked to go back through all the boat work and start ticking through the job list. We called it quits at 12. So we'll roll into that tomorrow again. And we're hoping to get out to just do a little bit of inshore focus training. We spent the 2 days that we did have pretty much focused on offshore. With reefing and sail changes. And tomorrow we're trying to do a short 2-hour session just focused on, windward leeward, string drops, getting back into that
Into
mindset,
that mode, yeah.
And then back in. So 3 days of that, and we're confident the boat's still quite competitive. We've done a good job of all of that, so it's going to come down to us now.
Well done. That's a really great start, and at least must take a bit of the weight off your shoulders knowing at least you got into it now. And we look forward to catching up with you after Tuesday, probably, if not before.
Yeah,
thanks, Shane.
thank you. Thanks for having us.